Hello, everyone. Welcome to Courtside as we join you from Duluth, Georgia, side of the SEC Women's Basketball Tournament. I'm Blair Cartwright, joined as always by Tom Collen, our head women's basketball coach. And Coach, it is tournament time. A new chapter of the season begins this week.
It is tournament time, and it's something we've been looking forward to. You know, we've had a good season, I think, so far. You know, I think we've had some ups and downs, and people ask me all the time, is this team underachieved or is it overachieved? And I think it's too soon to tell. I just know that you know, we've played a lot of good teams really close. We've had some good wins, and now, you know, you get to this point in time in the year, and you just want to be able to prove your worth and figure out whether you're good enough to get into the NCAA tournament or not. And that's what this event is all about. It's almost like a mini NCAA tournament in itself because there are so many good teams down here.
No question about it. The last two games for the Razorbacks, tough road loss at Florida, a team we'll talk a little bit about later in the show. And then the senior day, big win over Ole Miss, and really kind of ends the regular season with a bang.
Well, we just shot the ball so well. It's like I've been waiting for that all year. You know, when the season began, I was convinced that this was going to be one of my best shooting teams that we've ever had here at Arkansas, and we've just been real sporadic with it. And all of a sudden against Ole Miss, everything just came together, and every player on our team who took a shot, you know, knocked it down. So it was encouraging to see, I think, for no other reason, because there's that glimmer of hope that on any given night, if we step up down here and we make shots like that, then we can beat anybody in the country.
No question about it. Let's take a look at our three keys from the last two ball games, and we'll start first with Sarah Watkins, who's finally started to come to life a little bit. 16 points against Florida, 22 points against Ole Miss.
Well, it's just with her, it's all about consistency and staying out of foul trouble. I think we've always known she's a great player. Been one of the best players really in the history of our program, especially in the post position. And you know, she really worked hard to keep us in the game at Florida, I thought. And then against Ole Miss, of course, we started her. It was senior day. She probably feels like she needs to start every game now. But you know, she just stepped up right from the beginning and made shots for us. And we need her. There's no doubt about it. When you're playing against top competition like the teams in the SEC, you've got to have somebody that you can count on. She's our go-to player, our all-SEC kid, and when she comes to play, we're a pretty good basketball team.
Our second key, another senior, Q Williams, 5 points, 7 rebounds though against Florida, 16 and 6 against Ole Miss.
She's been pretty consistent all year. I mean, I'm not sure what more we would ask from her. She's one of the top rebounders in the SEC. She's averaged double figures since we installed her into the starting lineup, and she's another one. You know, we just need her energy to be really high. When she's ready to play and she gets into the game early and she makes her first shot, she's a great scoring option for us. And so we need that. That's our tandem right there, our post tandem, and I think that tandem is as good as any post tandem in the conference.
And our third key, it just kind of worked out this way. The other senior, Erin Gatling, 11 points against Florida, 13 points against Ole Miss.
Oh, she's just been our spark plug. You know, I'm not sure how many of our fans realize this, but, you know, I was looking at the SEC stats the other day, and she's our third leading scorer in SEC play. So since we've inserted her into the lineup, sometimes as a starter, sometimes coming off the bench, she's done what we've asked her to do. She takes care of the ball. She makes open shots, and she brings energy on the defensive end of the floor.
Well, hopefully those three will be ready to play. We'll talk about what's coming up in Duluth after this, but coming up next, Calli's Court.
The University of Arkansas appreciates your support of the University Trademark Licensing Program. Purchasing only officially licensed merchandise identified by the officially licensed product label helps support the Arkansas Razorbacks Athletic Department. So remember, look for the label before you buy, and go Hogs!
Hey everyone, welcome to Calli's Court. We're here in Duluth, Georgia for the SEC tournament. It's nice to be reminded though that sometimes it's not all about basketball. Wednesday afternoon, we spent some time interacting with the youth of Rainbow Village. Rainbow Village is a great program that helps families in the North Atlanta area get back on their feet, and you can learn more about them at their website, rainbowvillage.org. At Rainbow Village today, some of our teammates got to talk to the kids, a little bit of inspiration, words of advice. Q, what did you say to the kids today?
I just told them don't give up, basically stay positive, stay in school, and try to stay away from as much negativity as they can by doing sports, doing homework, just spending time with your family, anything you can do, keep you out of trouble.
Why do you think it's so important for us to do community service when we get the chance and when we get the opportunity?
I feel like it humbles us to let us know where we came from, where we're trying to go, and it's always good to give back to the community.
Hey, Sarah, you also talked to the kids and you gave them a piece of advice. What did you say to them?
Just find a positive outlet, whether it's sports or academics. Just find something that you really enjoy putting your time into. And if it is sports, then the things that you learn, like teamwork and stuff, are all things that tie into stuff that you need to learn later in the future and use in the workplace or wherever you go after college or high school or wherever your life takes you.
We were blessed with the opportunity to get to do that today. How important is it that we take that opportunity and we embrace it?
I mean, all of us are so blessed on this team. It's important to give back to the community. I mean, we have so much time here just sitting around the hotel. I mean, why not go spend time with the kids? It meant a lot to them to get to hang out with us, and we had a great time playing games with the kids as well. So it's important for both of us, for us to have the opportunity to spend time with people that we wouldn't necessarily have time to spend with, and then also for them to get a chance to interact with us.
Hey, Neek, so today at the Village, you talked to the kids, gave them some advice. What did you tell them?
I told them a little bit part of me and where I come from and how I get here, and I just wanted to let them know that where they're at is going to be okay, and they should appreciate, the people that are trying to help them out right now.
Not everyone gets the opportunity to go and do community service. How important it is to you that we do that and we embrace that?
I think it's important because we should go out and reach out to kids and show them that we care, regardless of their situation. We just want to let them know that at least the women's Razorbacks, we care about them a lot.
We had a great time at Rainbow Village today. I would encourage everyone, if they have the opportunity, to do community service and give back. Thanks for watching Calli's Court. We'll see you next time.
This week's question, the best thing about the postseason is?
I would say that it's like the final exam. We've been taking quizzes all year long. We've had some tough quizzes that we've done well in. We've had some that we've failed. Not a lot of F's, but maybe too many B's and C's instead of A's. And so the postseason for me, which I guess you would include the SEC plus postseason, whether it's NCAA or whether it's NIT, is that at this point in time you should be on top of your game. You should be ready to get A's. And, as a coach, that's all you can ask. You want your team to be best at the end in postseason. And if they will, then they're going to get rewarded with wins and they're going to continue to advance.
Postseason begins on Thursday against Florida, the team we just played last week. Does it help having played the Gators so recently?
Well, I think it helps from a scouting perspective because it's fresh in our players' minds, but it's fresh. We're fresh in their minds as well. So certainly, you don't have to dig in quite as deep. The same could be said if you've played a team already twice in the year. But since we just played them down there, I think it's an easier preparation for us. It doesn't make the competition any easier. We obviously went down there, didn't play well, and they're a pretty good team, and they took care of their business and beat us on their senior day. But you'd like to think that maybe the revenge factor is there for us, that we just recently lost, but we lost on their home court, and the neutral court is supposed to give you a little bit more of a fair advantage. And so if we can bring that to the table, that hunger, that maybe we were just as good as they were, but we just didn't play well, and you can bring that and come to compete, and that's what you need when you're going to play against a team like Florida in the first round of the SEC tournament. You've got to come ready to play, and you got to be hungry, have something that you want to accomplish. And so playing that team again, maybe that helps.
Shoot around today and then a separate practice at a different facility. Everything go as you expected?
I thought things went fine. I thought, there's adjustments to make. You're playing in a venue that you play in every 2 or 3 years in the Gwinnett Center, and I thought they shot the ball well. There's an adjustment to a new basketball. Fans probably don't think about that. We shoot with a Nike ball all year long, and in this tournament we're shooting with a Wilson ball. So you've kind of got to get used to the feel of the ball because every basketball is not exactly the same. But with those two things in mind, I thought we shot the ball well in our shoot-around practice, and then we went over and practiced in a different facility and did our walkthrough things. The shoot-around time is only 45 minutes, and that just doesn't give you a lot of time. And they're usually open to the public, so you don't really want to share your secrets. So then we go and we have a second practice. We do a little bit of a walkthrough, talk about small adjustments that we need to be ready to make in this particular game, kind of behind closed doors, so to speak. And then and then tonight, just relax, try to get as much rest as we can, and be ready to go tomorrow.
What's going to be the key to make a run through this tournament?
Well, I think it's got to be everybody stepping up. You know, our theme from the very beginning has been all in all the time, and I think there's been times when we haven't been all in, not necessarily by choice, but we haven't all stepped up and played our best basketball night in and night out. And I think for this team to make a run in the tournament, I think everybody has to be all in all the time, every minute of every game. And if you can get 3 or 4 or 5 kids stepping up instead of 2, then you're able to compete with anybody in the country. And that's what it's going to take.
Starts Thursday at noon against Florida, hopefully extends through Friday against Tennessee, and then beyond that, and keep it right here on the website. Keep up to date with everything going on here in Duluth. Well, Coach, best of luck. Let's make a run to that tournament championship.
That sounds great.
All right, for Tom Collen, I'm Blair Cartwright. We'll see you next time on Courtside.